When it comes to sales, when it comes to pricing, like we have to stop apologizing for receiving money. It is what makes a business go round, right? It was
Mm-hmm.
like for me, it was the last thing I was looking at in anything, whether it was my fitness studio, whether it was um, my coaching business, retreats. Like I would be doing every activity that wasn't sales generating.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if I fix my website a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if I define my niche a little bit more.
A
Ooh, maybe if I
customer
do another,
avatar.
who's my avatar? Maybe I'll do another course. Okay, no, I need to learn about this. No, no, I'm gonna need to hire a VA first and get all my branding and all my things. And then when I
Oh, hello. We're talking about my tits. Most of the time.
girl on girl on girl.
You would.
Like stop picking up the fucking hot knife.
Fucking cares.
Right on track.
Ugh.
With a lot of money, I would do great fucking things.
But not in a good way.
Yikes.
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 Yikes. Where's the realness? Yeah.
Yeah. Everything you want. Immaculate experience.
Back down.
Be getting like excited.
I do actually.
We need the tequila.
Hello. Oh, nice to see you.
So nice to see you. I haven't seen you in like 5 days and I was already losing my mind. Well,
I
four,
know.
maybe four.
I know. It was way too long. And we also didn't really talk, like we texted, but like we didn't get a lot of like real time chitter chatter. And
I know.
that was very difficult.
I was chitter chattering in Vegas, friends. Your girl flew off to Las
Las
Vegas.
Vegas.
You know what? I haven't been since 2014. I went for my stagette. I've now since had 2 kids and I'm divorced, so
Life's good.
it's been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute. But it was super fun. I put the laptop away for
Yeah,
like the first time, a little bit of work here and there, but just off the phone, which was really nice. And
that's nice.
just like had fun. And you know what the best part is? When you design a business that you're obsessed with and that you love and that you have an immaculate business partner and you also have like there's a certain level of staying plugged in for a level of time,
Yeah.
you can still get paid on vacation.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
You can still have the best time and still make sales. Like, I was out at fucking like some bar, like drinking margaritas, and got a message from a girl who ended up, we'll talk about it today, but and it messaged me about this mastermind that you and I are offering, and just like I was like messaging her back, sending gifts, just like what up? Like I'm so fucking obsessed. I haven't talked to you forever. She's like so immaculate. She's so immaculate, and we were riffing back and forth, and then I was like, here's the link, and then she signed up. So it's just like one of these things. It's like when
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna talk about this a lot today about getting paid around this whole super fucking boring narrative of like the starving artist, the like
Yeah.
can't charge, it's not sacred to ask for sales. It's like the whole bullshit fucking
Barf.
paradigm is so Beijosaurus Rex and we're not standing for it, which is why you and I have created a immaculate experience for people to come and actually like fucking completely throw themselves upside down with their idea of money and receiving money and worthiness. And oh my God, that whole fucking situation, like asking for money for your art, is just,
Mm-hmm.
people are just get so fucking twisted about it.
I know. It's so wild. But I guess, as you say, like that paradigm is so prevalent. I don't really know where it started either. Like, at what point was the association made that if you're an artist, you're going to be poor and it's a terrible life choice? When, like, to me, it's one of those things of like the matrix fuckery.
Yeah.
Because if you tell people that if they follow their true essence and their true expression, that they're going to not have their survival needs met,
Yes.
it's a perfect way to keep them out of their power, to keep them out of really tapping into their soul essence, which not only impacts them financially, but it also impacts them emotionally and relationally. Like, you're never going to find your soulmate if you're not in the fullest expression of your fucking soul. Like, you have to be in your soul song, like whatever that is, whether that's painting, whether that's dancing, whether that's singing, whether that's building a business. Like, I don't care what it is. But if you're disconnected from it and you have this idea and paradigm running that you can't make money doing what you were literally put on this planet to do, it's a perfect way to keep consciousness at a certain level. and a lot of people forgetting who they are, really. Like it's so crazy, but like even growing up, because obviously I'm very artistic and very creative, and there was so many of those narratives. But there was also narratives that I got from other family members who were like, you have to pursue this. So I got like the mixed bag, and I think that's why I've had the tenacity and I've had the ability to like really use my sheer will at times to like make things happen. But having the at least somebody in my life who's like, listen, you're very talented, you need to pursue that. And yet there's still those, narratives of like, well, if you're going to pursue being a musician or an artist, like prepare to be poor. And I'm like, that's fucking garbage. Like, it's such garbage.
It's garbage. There's a lot of guilt, I think, as well. And just as you were saying earlier about that narrative, there's a lot of conditioning, I think. There's a lot of conditioning, there's a lot of narratives. And also, if you think about it, if you're a parent and you are deeply programmed by the matrix and you
Right.
want your child to be in a certain profession for your benefit or for, because you
Mm-hmm.
care, or it's an unfulfilled dream of yours as a parent, guess what? If your child comes to you and says, I have a dream, I want to be, like you said, an artist, I want to be a coach, I want to be a makeup artist, I want to whatever, and they don't like that plan, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to instill fear in you. You don't make
Mm-hmm.
money, it's a joke, nobody will respect you.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think you're doing? You're going to be, we're going to have to be taking care of you for the rest of your life. Look at fucking Sally's friend, Joanne. Remember, she can barely pay her rent and she's fucking sitting in her grandma's basement feeding cats all day. It's just like, there's just such a fucking old shitty narrative.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, Previously, there, in the past, it's definitely changing now, and we just, I think it's a crime to see so many
Mm-hmm.
brilliant people on this planet who have like crazy soul gifts,
Yeah.
insane talent, natural God-given talent,
Yep.
and they won't charge. They either won't be visible, they won't charge prices that are actually deeply in alignment with them. Like I know for
Mm-hmm.
me, came from a lot of unworthiness, a lot of like, who am I, imposter syndrome, I mean, fear of rejection. I mean, the whole fear of abandonment. You could fucking name every single success saboteur out there,
Yeah.
which is why I'm so obsessed that you and I are going to be teaching on this, is because we've both have lived this to a
Mm-hmm.
degree.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know I was in the shitter with it for a very long time,
Mm-hmm.
but having experienced those, I just know, like, I didn't want to do my craft. Like, I remember when I started coaching, um, it was obviously I'd opened a fitness studio, which was again so fucking ballsy because I had no idea what I was doing. But when I started to get into coaching and retreats, again, no idea, no blueprint. I had no fucking
Mm-hmm.
idea what I was doing. I was just like, okay, I want to help people, cool. But really struggled with uh, being able to charge. Like when I was in makeup artistry, I didn't charge. I did everything for free. I was on movie sets. I was doing bridal makeup. I was doing everything. And people would be like, how much do I owe you? And like, I couldn't come up with a price. It was so confronting that I just charged zero. But
That's
then I
fucking
didn't want to do
crazy.
it, right? Eventually, over time, it was one of those things. Then I had to get a second job, a third job
Yeah.
to sustain myself because I didn't have support coming in from parents or anything at that time. So I was like, I'm having to work, work at a bar, work at, a travel agency. I was like doing all sorts of things and putting myself through school. But there was a lot of people don't sustain their craft because they're not charging for it. And it
Mm-hmm.
becomes this huge topic. I mean, money and getting paid and receiving it's, oh my God, it is so twisted. Like just the amount of tension and guilt and shame that's wrapped around it. We really,
Mm-hmm.
again, want to help if you can totally relate to this right now, this is what we're doing in our mastermind coming up, our day-long experiences, because we want to help you unravel and unwrap all this so you can actually get super clear, see there's nothing wrong with you. There's just some like stuff in the subconscious that is not
Mm-hmm.
being helpful and it's cock blocking you from making money. And even when I started coaching, I remember I went to my coach and again had a lot of money going out, but not really any money coming in. So there's this big disparity between me giving and receiving. And I said, I don't think I want to coach. And she's like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, well, first for my, she's like, well, what do your sessions like look like? I'm like, well,
Mm-hmm.
I have to like, I was doing intuitive coaching at the time. I was like, well, first I have to like tap into their like energy, and then it takes like half an hour, 45 minutes before a session because I was like so stressed that I had to nail it. So I was like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
totally overdoing it. And then my sessions would run like 2 hours versus one because again, I was like crazy overgiving. And then there would be like this big follow-up email with like resources and
Mm-hmm.
like and the amount of performance, I mean, bless my cotton socks, but Jesus, I was like, no wonder I didn't want to do it because then also same thing. I either like wasn't charging or I would
Right.
charge not a lot. Like I would charge like maybe $100 a session. And so like,
Mm-hmm.
and again, it's all relative like to my prices now, but like back then I was like that amount of work, if you break it down hourly, right? It
It's
really wasn't,
offensive.
yeah, it was a very expensive for me. It was in terms of my time and my energy.
Yeah.
And I was like, this isn't sustainable. So I almost tapped out of coaching because of that. And I'm like, holy fuck, like thank God I ended up getting in right relationship with that. But like, it's just when it comes to sales, when it comes to pricing, like we have to stop apologizing for receiving money. It is what makes a business go round, right? It was
Mm-hmm.
like for me, it was the last thing I was looking at in anything, whether it was my fitness studio, whether it was um, my coaching business, retreats. Like I would be doing every activity that wasn't sales generating.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Maybe if I fix my website a little bit, maybe if I define my niche a little bit more.
A
Ooh, maybe if I
customer
do another,
avatar.
who's my avatar? Maybe I'll do another course. Okay, no, I need to learn about this. No, I'm gonna need to hire a VA first and get all my branding and all my things. And then when I look back, I'm like, when was I most successful? It was when I actually like literally uh I just was in that like I'm so fucking tired of my own shit. I'm just gonna go for it. And so I
Mm-hmm.
started like taking clients on the fucking my notepad on my phone, and like that led me into a multi six figure coaching business. Like business doesn't have to be hard, but when we have these unconscious
Mm-hmm.
success blocks and we think they're guised as something else, then what we do is we end up spending all of our time and energy on shit that doesn't matter because at the end of the day we're just afraid of rejection, we're afraid of being visible, we're afraid of asking for something, and all of that again just goes back to the nervous system, coded experiences, things that don't even make sense, like interactions with a parent when you're young. It might have been like you asking for money to go swimming with a friend and your parents like you can't, we don't have any money or whatever it is, and then we feel so guilty. We're like, oh my god, if I ask for money I'm taking something that somebody doesn't have. So then as an adult that might show up as, oh my god, if I ask for money for my coaching or for my art or whatever it is, I'm taking something they don't have and I should feel guilty and I should
Yeah.
feel like, you know what I mean? So there's just all of this narrative that we want to help deconstruct because we really, really, really need more artists, more creatives, more
Mm-hmm.
visionaries creating stuff out of the 5D, bringing it into the 3D,
Yeah.
and just like making a lot of money for it and having a lot of fun because that's what we're all about in the club. Having
Mm-hmm.
fun, making money, having great
Mm-hmm.
sex,
Mm-hmm.
great relationships,
Having it all.
having it all. And still drinking a spicy margarita.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And I think so many people are like freaking out, especially this day and age, about AI is going to take over everything and like it's going to take over your job and all this shit. Yeah, that's only true if you're living outside of your soul blueprint. If you're living outside of your soul expression and your gifts, absolutely AI is going to replace you. But it like AI can never replicate like soulful essence. It's impossible for it to. It can learn and mimic, but it's always going to be a mimic. It's never going to be the true thing. And so if you want to protect yourself from the boogie man of like AI, the best way to do that is to get in right relationship with your soul gift and back yourself fully and like Christine said, like put all of your chips on you. Like bet on yourself, go all in and charge what you need to charge in order to have that be sustainable. And if you are in a spot of like, that feels clunky or I feel bad or like, da, 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 well, then you need to get into spaces that are going to help you alchemize that shit. Because all of that is the illusion. The truth is, you are here to get paid for your magic and your mastery. And your magic and mastery is designed very intentionally as soul medicine. There are certain souls that are here on earth that need your medicine, which means you have to be in your fullest expression in order for them to unlock. And if you don't unlock, then it prevents them from unlocking. There's always another route that they can go, but like you're really kind of setting people on a fucking goose chase here if you are not willing to claim your own magic and your own power and your own medicine and your own artistry. And again, like artistry can look so many different ways. I think people get caught on the fact that artistry must mean I'm a musician or a dancer or a painter. Like there's so many forms of artistry. Like literally, you could be a fucking garbage collector and make that art. You know, like you could be an environmentalist and make that art. You know, you could be a fucking lawyer and make that art. Like it really comes down to like what are your soul gifts here? And we need people playing in all of those realms who are lit up and aligned with fucking truth. And you know, we carry these narratives with us a lot of the time because I think, what is that quote? Like, we're not afraid of, you know, our failure. We're afraid of like how powerful we are, like that we're powerful beyond measure.
Mm-hmm.
And like, how would that change your world and your identity if you were actually powerful beyond measure and all of these other things that you've learned about yourself being less than, those were actually the false self? Well, like that's a big mind fuck. And it's also very sobering if you've spent decades entertaining the false self. And so you have to go through the grief portal of, well, fuck, like I literally believed this thing that wasn't true about me, and I ripped myself off from being in the expression of my gifts. And you have to watch that spot of like not, you know, feeling sorry for yourself and like milking that. Instead, like just feel it, be like, oh, that fucking sucks. And from this moment on, I can be in right relationship with my gift. I can set myself up to thrive. And that really comes down to like, are you going to allow yourself to get paid? And this is why I have a business and I'm a songwriter. Like the path of songwriting, you know, is very nonlinear. And so the whole game is like you could write a song today and it gets cut on an album or it gets placed in a movie or a TV show and you start making money off of it immediately. Or you may have to wait 10 years, 20 years, who knows? And so the point is like, can I operate from a place of faith, knowing that it's inevitable that at some point on my music journey, one of these songs is going to pop. Something's going to happen. It's inevitable. My job is to stay the course. How do I stay the course? Well, I need a source of income that I can rely on that is also an expression of a different soul gift. And ironically, they cross over so much because everything that I do relationally in the club, I actually also do in songwriting sessions. So they become these really cool vortexes of when we're working with an artist and I'm getting into their internal world and into their emotional world and into their relational world. And I'm teasing out what's happening for them and then connecting the dots and then finding the words to express what it is that they're trying to say. And then finding melodies that hit certain energetic points in the body that make you feel something. So I'm utilizing this soul gift that I have in coaching and I'm using it over in songwriting. And then like the harmony and like the melodics and like these pieces that intertwine and they're non-linear, I bring those gifts over into my coaching. And they're these beautiful like cross pollinators for each other. And the business allows me the flexibility to have, you know, 5 to 7 songwriting sessions a week and write music, work with artists all around the world. And now we're starting to see like some momentum, but like it's been like my partner and I have been working together musically for the last 9 years. And it's only been in the last year where we've started to see a little bit of momentum there. And it's just taken this strong sense of faith of like, yeah, no matter what, it's working out. No matter what, something is going to happen there. And it might be on my fucking deathbed that, a song that I wrote in my 30s, like, hits it big. But it's fucking happening. And it's that unwavering faith that allows me to keep showing up and, teaching in the club and coaching in the club and charging what I need to charge in order to feel supported so that I have the availability creatively to write music. But if I was worried about money and how am I going to pay my bills, I'm not actually available to my soul mission because I'm too busy caught in that trap of survival. My system is literally just scanning for safety and it's trying to get its head above water. And so this is why we are always going to hammer on this. Because when you are well paid, your nervous system does this nice exhale and you become more available to the full range of your magic. And then it gets to express itself in all of these diverse ways. Because you don't just have one gift. There's a bunch of gifts in there. There's probably one main one, but you have all of these sub gifts that are interconnected. And in order for those to sprout and germinate and like come into their fullest expression, you've got to feel safe in your body. And you're never going to feel safe if you're like, how am I going to feed myself? How am I going to pay rent? Like, you have to tend to that. And, even if you've kind of got a baseline, then it's going to the next level of like, can you trust yourself to generate that money? Can you trust yourself to, back your art and like go to a fucking gallery and be like, this is what I want to do. Like, go be outrageous. Walk into a gallery and be like, listen, I want my art in here. They might say no and they might look at you like you're fucking nuts. But they also might be like, well, tell us more. Let's see some of your work. Or we can't do that in our gallery, but you could try these other galleries. They're looking for collections. You never know what can happen if you're willing to put yourself out there. So whether it's like charging for coaching or charging in a business and selling something, or it's your art and you have to put a price tag on it, like all of that matters. And all of it contributes to you being taken care of so that you can create more art, you can create more beauty, you can create more expansion and aliveness in the world. We don't need more fucking robots. We need more people who have come fully alive. And aliveness only happens when we are in true relationship with our gifts. When we're in true relationship with the artist within, the creative within. Like, all of us are creative beings. And somehow we fucking forget that. And we're like, why does my life suck balls? Well, because you forgot you're a creator.
Totally. You're just creating all the shit on autopilot from your
Right.
subconscious that you haven't tended to. All the
Right.
weeds.
My life's on default. Why doesn't it feel good? Well, hello.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. So good. So good. And I don't, we really, really, really want you to understand that sales is service. Like, I think that's such an
Mm-hmm.
important thing to understand is that, like, I don't know, there's this like righteous, there's this like holier than now idea of like, oh, I don't charge or I charge like a small amount. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but like, who are you helping? Like, a lot of people, they have, but we want, and we're not speaking to you. Like, there are people who are like, they have all sorts of different pricing and like that's their thing. And I think it's just that sometimes there's communities, especially in the spiritual community, I've noticed, where there's this villainization of people who are making a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I'm over it.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
That's
who
just
is she to
envy.
charge? Who, I can't believe they're charging. And I'm like, if that's where you're at right now, you need number one, our shadow work 101 course. So
Yeah.
just get that right away because that is going to help you alchemize that.
Mm-hmm.
And I know because I've been there.
Mm-hmm.
I know what it's like to shit on people and to see people making a fucking fuck ton of money. And I was like, who does she think she is?
Mhm.
Meanwhile, behind the scenes, I'm like, I would fucking love that. But I was
Mhm.
too afraid to admit it because the gap that I had created between my beliefs and my nervous system and that woman was so fucking far,
Yeah.
it felt like reality that I was never going to get there. So rather than say, wow, I should really go and do the work to understand why I think that way and why I feel that way and why I've created such a shitty narrative or one has been implanted on me, than to go out, you know what I mean? Like it's easier to shit on somebody than it is to go out and do that work. Full stop. It just it's way
100%.
easier to just project onto somebody else who's making a lot of money or and here's the thing, there's a million ways to $1 million. There's a million ways to make money. And again, there's a lot of this like calling out in the industry of like, well, they're doing it this way and they should be doing it this way and that's unethical. And I'm just like, stay in your fucking lane.
Mhm.
What do you
Mhm.
want? Or you want people, I want to help people. I'm like, amazing. Right? Like I remember going into a group and she was like, okay, so like write down like why you want to make money. And of course my like virtue signaling self was like, I just want to help people and I just want to give it all away and I'll just make some and I'll just help with these. And I remember her basically calling me out and was like, you know what? It's okay if you just want to make money.
Mhm.
Like, do you want to go on yachts? Do you want to drink expensive champagne? And I was like,
Yes.
am I allowed to say yes? But it made me like just wake up as well to be like, of course I know I'm an extremely heart-centered person. I fucking love helping people. I love
Mhm.
surprising people with gifts and all sorts of shit. And like, that's just who I am.
Yeah.
With a lot of money, I would do great fucking things.
Mhm.
But I can also just want to make money and enjoy the fuck out of it. I can
Yes.
enjoy, I can just want to go business class because I want to go business class.
Mhm.
I want to be able to do the things because it's also an expression. Like, I think we really, it's money allows us an opportunity to find out who we actually are.
Mhm.
Because do I like the clothes that I want to wear? Are they actually a reflection of me or are they a reflection of my bank account and what I think I can afford?
Mhm. Mhm.
Is that trip I want to go on? Is that somewhere I actually want to go and a hotel I want to go in? Or is just, again, a reflection of my belief systems around what's possible for me or what I can afford at that time? Or
Mhm.
whether money will come back to me? Like, will it actually circulate back? So there was all these things that I had to really face because I've shared on past episodes, like my relationship with money was shit, like
Mhm.
beyond shit balls. Like,
Mhm.
projecting on the cashier if my card declined because I was like, it must be your system and you should try that again.
Mhm.
Right? So like I've I've really struggled with money, with getting paid, with receiving. Because again, a lot of times people they say they have money problems. I'm like, you have a receiving problem. There's a
Mhm.
worthiness issue underneath
Worthiness. Yeah.
this, right? It's like how well do you receive a compliment? How well, can you even if somebody buys you a coffee, if somebody, I've given things to people and they can't even the receiving, like they won't even acknowledge it
Mhm.
because of how uncomfortable they feel around like, oh my God, do I owe you something now? Like, right, there's all
Mhm.
of these hooks and these catches. And so again, when I am working with clients or when we've been even with women in the club where it's like going deeper and it's like, what do you imagine is going to happen if you have a lot of money, right?
Mhm.
And they're
Mhm.
like, oh my God. Like, I'm like, is your family going to come hunting and like knocking on the door? Are your friends are going to all of a sudden come hunting? Do you all of a sudden, and like the shit that starts coming up is like, I'm like, so do you understand that there's a part of you who wants the money and wants to get paid and wants success. And there's a part of you who's like, oh my God, fuck no. Because if I get all those things, I'm going to have all this responsibility. I'm going to have to take care of my whole entire family. I'm going to have people, I'm going to feel so guilty because I can't say no all of a sudden to them when they come knocking on my door. Oh
Mhm.
my God, I'm going to be so overwhelmed with taxes and with, now the government's going to want all my, and I'm like, there's just, so we start to actually identify that you're not, again, the root is usually very little to do with money, and
Mhm.
it's very much to do with like all these other pieces to it. So
Yeah.
you and I are, we're Club Unhinged turboing. We are cranking. So in the club, obviously, we work with a lot of change makers, a lot of like legacy builders, big visionaries, creatives, artists, like coaches, just the women who are wanting more out of their lives.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
we've seen women in other professions and other things in life, but generally they're like high achieving. They're like, I want more out of life.
Yeah.
I want to fuck around and find out how good it can get.
Mhm.
Not a lot of people are like that, right? There's a lot
No.
of people who are like, I'm good with mediocre. So if you're liking this conversation, we've designed the Get Paid Mastermind experience. So this is a 1 day. It's on Saturday, May 24th. We're starting at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're going for about 4.5, 5 hours. There will be a break in there.
Mhm.
But we're going to be talking all things money, the nervous system, the subconscious mind, receiving blocks. We're going to be doing on the spot block dissolving. So we're going into your body, we're releasing energy, stored survival, stress energy that's probably been sitting in your system for decades. We're going to be dissolving it. We're going to be putting you into breakout rooms. You're going to be masterminding with other incredible, again, entrepreneurs, creatives, visionaries who are like building their businesses, their legacies. So we're going to be putting you together in rooms to mastermind, to be visible, to share your gifts. I mean, you might make collaborations. You might have people on a podcast. You might be invited onto things. Like, it's just such a great way to network, to be visible and start claiming and saying, you know what, I want to be around other people who aren't afraid to also say, I want to make money, right? Maybe you have a business, or maybe you have a corporate career, but you are like, you know what, I have this dream for this side hustle, or this project that I want to do. I want other revenue streams. Like I said, there's a million ways to $1 million. Like, so many people are like, well, I just have my salary. I'll never make more unless I get a raise. I'm like, are you fucking out of your mind? Do you know how many become an affiliate partner? Is there a brand that you love? Come be an affiliate for Club Unhinged. You know what I mean? Like, if there's something that you love, like, there's so many ways to make money. And we want you to, again, like, to feel good receiving. We want you to, we're going to be helping you uncover your it factor, helping you talk about what you do, like getting it out. And even if you're like blubbering and you're like, I don't even know what I'm doing. Amazing. It doesn't matter whether you're fucking killing it in your business and you just want to get paid more and you're scaling in that phase, or if you're newer to business. Like, it's all relevant. Everything we're going to be talking about is completely relevant. Again, we're going to be talking about why people have money blocks. Because there's a lot of courses and there's a lot of material out there that talks about mindset, and mindset is great, and affirmations and manifestation and all these pieces. But they don't tap into identity, and they don't tap into the nervous system, and they don't tap into the subconscious and what's being held there and what's being stored in the body. And so, again, we don't want to just help you at a more surface or superficial level. We want to actually go in with you into the meat and fucking bones, into the potatoes, into everything that's sitting in your system. That sounds weird. It sounds like a fucking stew. But it's like,
It kind of is.
We want to go in there with you and actually help you clear that energy, because it's not just in your mind, where a lot of people are like, it's just a mindset thing. I'm like, it's not.
No.
It's a visceral body experience. When you go to give somebody your rates, or you completely avoid and ghost the email where you don't even give them the rates, or you are undercharging and over delivering and over functioning, you've got a twisted relationship and you don't know how to, show up, or you're scared to even post a link on your stories or do any of that. Like, you're depriving your people who need your magic and need your medicine in the world. Like, every time we're not doing that, like, we're literally depriving people, and we're depriving ourselves of our, like you said, our soul wants to know what it feels like to be actualized. And so often we're just so afraid of rejection. We're afraid of being seen. We're afraid of all these pieces, or what will they say about me, or will they laugh at me, or all of these different pieces, right? And we want to help you, discover your it factor, like fucking champion you and cheer you. And the community that we have in Club Unhinged and the women who come is just so fucking divine. Like, the way that they support each other, there's no fucking bullshit. There's no like, oh, there's none of the cattiness. It's like straight fire. People are supporting each other. The energy is so good. So we're going to be sitting with you for a full freaking day. The best, most fun event literally on the internet. We're going to be helping you, again, completely revolutionize your relationship with money, getting paid. We're going to help you see it, change our perspective shift. We're going to help you cleanse and clear all that stress energy out of your body, so that you are like feeling excited about getting paid and just aligning your energy. Because again, we really do need more brilliant, especially women out there, making a fucking boats of cash, like fucking yacht skis, like type of shit, like wiping our ass with hundreds type of shit, because we can, if we want,
If you want
right?
to.
Like, but it is, it's really true. And I think that we need the more of us who normalize it. Like, I know for me as well, putting myself in communities where women were making a lot of money. At first I found it very triggering. Because of my conditioning, but over time it started to normalize, and then my nervous system all of a sudden was completely like, oh, I can want this, right? Like, you can be doubling your rates. You could be, feeling super confident going out there and selling your offers. I mean, hell, you might even meet somebody in a breakout room who wants to buy your offer, like, on the spot, right? Like, we're all about abundance. We want you feeling excellent, having a shit ton of fun, making new friends, being around an epic community of people who are saying like yes to life. And we're not taking, like, everyone thinks there's this finite piece of pie and it's like a sliver for you and a sliver for you. And I'm like, everyone gets a fucking pie. So do you want the full
It's one of
pie?
our quotes in the club. Everybody
Yeah,
gets
or do
a
you want a
fucking pie.
whisper of the pie? I want the whole fucking pie,
Hmm.
right? And so
Hmm.
we're not taking from anybody. And we want to help you understand sales as a sacred energy exchange and just
Hmm.
getting into the nitty gritty of it. And I think that, yeah, because I say this a lot, but there's 80% more information traveling from the body to the brain than the brain to the body. So if we're
Hmm.
just focusing on our mindset with money, we're dealing with a fraction. And that's why we get a lot
Totally.
of like people get, well, we'll get a little bit of motivation temporarily, but it tends to fizzle out and fade. And then they go right back into the default because the survival energy is still sitting still in the body. The guilt, the
Hmm.
shame is still sitting in the body about receiving, about getting paid. So that's why we're going to help you do that clearing. And let me tell you, it fucking
Mm-hmm.
works.
It fucking works. And we're also going to be giving you those relational skills to really protect yourself going forward because it's
Mm-hmm.
great to like have this understanding we need to clear everything from the body, but if there's still a part of you that's like, well, if I get rich and people are asking me for money and I don't know how to say no and I don't know how to do that in a relational way, you're still going to fucking cock block yourself. And so we want to give you those tools as well. Like, how do you do these sales conversations in a relational way, in a reverent way, in a way that's in alignment and really congruent with your energy, their energy, what you're offering? And also, like, it's so fucking important, like, especially as a service provider, to get really clear on who you're serving and who you're not, and being able to say no to the people who aren't actually a match for you. And we want to give you those skills as well because we've both been through the fucking ringer of working with people who were dumpster fires and who just were not who we should have been working with. And the reason why we want to give you that piece is because I think it's one of the things that actually takes women especially out of the game of making money and like doing their soul gifts if they have one of those experiences that like really does a number on them because it's relational and it hits all of their relational wounds and they don't know how to deal with that. So we're going to give you some tools around how to deal with that if it does happen, but also how to prevent that from happening as much as you can. You obviously can't prevent everything, but if you are really clear about who your work is for and who it isn't, and you trust yourself to have those boundaried conversations and vet people properly, then you are going to have a much smoother experience of, fulfilling on the expression of your gift and the thing that you're here to do. So we're also taking this relational approach with it so that you have those skills locked and loaded and you feel confident in your capacity to set physical boundaries with clients, the energetic boundaries when it comes to like just because you make money doesn't mean everyone gets access to it, but you have to trust yourself to be able to say no and deal with those feelings and know how to alchemize those feelings. So like it's this is why it's a full day because we have a lot of ground to cover and I haven't seen anything like this out in the world being offered that it's covering all of these critical spots and I I think that that's really special for us to be able to tap into that so that you have your blueprint, you have a playbook to work with and follow and support yourself through every single initiation of your business or the initiation of bringing your art into the world. And ironically, like everything you learn and get paid is you can translate into basically every area of your life. And that's the cool part. And so we're so excited to have you join us. We have early bird pricing. I forget until what day. I think it's the 20th,
18th. No,
18th.
18th. Yeah, I think it's the
Okay.
18th. I think it's Sunday.
Yeah,
Sunday
whatever
the
the
19th.
Sunday is.
Yeah.
So early bird pricing, $333 for the day, and then it'll be 555 after that. And it's literally the best offer on the fucking internet. So like get in there and get participating, get active, like get clear on what it is that you know deep down you're supposed to be fucking doing and you're not doing it, and like hold yourself accountable. Hold yourself accountable to playing at a more expansive level and get yourself in the room. So we will put that in the show notes so that you can go sign yourself up. And we love you. Christine, is there anything else you want to throw in there?
I just want to name it, it is a virtual experience. So
Hmm.
if
Hmm.
it's not, we're not doing it in person, it is
No.
virtually on Zoom. So we're going to be in the Zoom room together.
Hmm.
But I just want to name that really quick, Kelsey. You nailed that about the relational piece as well. Like there's so many intricate pieces we're bringing to the table on this. And this
Hmm.
is you and I's decade
Geniuses.
plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And just working with this and just seeing what we've seen and having amazing success with the women in the club as well, like seeing them start to skyrocket
Hmm.
their income, like they're, we're so excited to offer this outside of the club because
Hmm.
oftentimes a lot of stuff we do is just for club members, and so I
Yeah.
think this is really fun, a really fun experience to open it up. And those relational pieces as well. So many women are codependent in business,
Hmm.
right? We're so afraid of hurting somebody. We're so afraid of like somebody, we name a price and then somebody freaks out and then we're like, oh my God, we're appalled, backtrack. Like it's just,
Hmm.
we want to help you unhook from all those pieces because like you said, the relational piece is obviously huge in this as well. So there's
Yeah.
like, we're really touching on like every single point, and I think this is like why it's going to be such a cool experience. And also just if you are a service provider, if you are somebody who has products, it doesn't really matter what it is, like these are the moments where you are doubling down on yourself and you are investing
Hmm.
in yourself. Because I know for me, like putting yourselves in rooms, like we can't expect our clients and our people to pay us if we're not willing to pay either,
Hmm.
right? Like I
Hmm.
think, like I remember back in the day being like, yes, you should come and pay for this and this, and I'm like, do I have a coach? Am I somebody who
Hmm.
invests in these things? Like really becoming your own best client, right? It's
Yeah.
like becoming that like up level version, and this is an identity shift as well. When you sign up for something like this and you've been doing maybe something that's more on the sidelines or something that's like more, I don't say rinky dink, but you know what I mean? It's just kind of like, but it's just, I can say that because there's times I
Hmm.
haven't taken myself or my business seriously, or
Totally.
I've been operating a business more as an employee.
Hmm.
And so when we're actually saying, you know what, I'm going to go in the game and I'm actually going to learn about sales and I'm actually going to like learn how to receive in a really big way. I'm going to and receiving in money is receiving in sex, is receiving in partnership, is
Hmm.
receiving in love. So it doesn't matter. This again, like you said, all of the skills you're going to learn, it's confidence, it's magnetism, it's authenticity, it's coming into contact who you are. And when we do that, our whole life changes. So sure, we
Hmm.
can say this is about making money because it is, and being well paid and all of that, but this is just really alignment. It's authenticity, it's coming into truth of who we are and just being willing to like step out of all just the conditioning that says we can't have what we want, and just
Hmm.
really carving a new paradigm for young budding entrepreneurs, budding creatives, people who are, again, we want to help. It's now like the 10-year-olds, the 12-year-olds, the 16-year-olds who are like, oh man, I really want to play guitar and travel the world. And, people saying, well, that's a stupid idea. And what are you going to do to, like, we need more examples of great people with amazing fucking God-given talent making a lot of money so that we can also
Hmm.
help the younger generations see that like they need to be expressing too. And it's
Hmm.
not soul gifts and spirituality and alignment, or corporate making money and
Right.
soul sucking. We get to have it all, and we get to have
Yes.
both. So,
Mm.
yeah,
Zing, zing.
zing
So
zing.
be
So make sure
there,
you sign up
get
before
paid.
yeah, get paid. Fucking let's get paid. And again, you don't have to be an entrepreneur. You can be in, really any industry, but you
Yeah.
can be having different revenue streams, and everyone needs this. So this is relevant
Yeah.
information because we're talking about money. We're talking about, revenue streams, all this type of stuff. But it's like blending the masculine, feminine energetics with some structure and
Yeah.
pieces like that, building offer suites in a really fun way that's easy to understand. You and I don't, we're teaching, we're not like, okay, slide number
Number
one.
one.
You and I are like live teaching. We're in the fucking party with you. We're having a blast. Who knows? Maybe we'll do
Hmm.
some giveaways. I don't know. We're always
We'll
fucking
see.
over. We're just like zing zing. So, yeah, we have early bird, $333, which by the way is a fucking steal. I'm sorry, but five
Hmm.
hours and it's less than $100 an hour. It's like fucking
Hmm.
like what, like $60 an hour. So like it's insane. And
It's
then it goes up to
insane.
555. So get in the room, bring your people.
Hmm.
We want to
Hmm.
see you. We want to see you showing up for yourself, making money. Think of the ROI as well. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but if you fucking dissolve one money block that
Hmm.
helps you all of a sudden
Make 10 grand.
double your rates to make 10 grand, get one client. I've seen that shit happen.
Hmm.
Seen it happen all the time. I like
Yeah.
literally, client overnight just like fucking doubled the rates and had like somebody sign up for 6 months. And I'm like,
Hmm.
so you just made back your ROI times like a gazillion. So like we don't do you know what I mean? Like this is the
Hello.
thing though. Yeah, like we go out there, we send that energy out, universe responds and it's like, oh, you're leveling up. Sweet. Here's an up-leveled client. Here's this.
Hmm.
Here's your ROI. So,
Hmm.
all right, I'm done. All right, we
I
love you.
love it.
Get
We
coming to get paid.
Come in, come in. It'll be in the show notes, and we'll be back next week with another episode. And just notice when you hear that like starving artist trope and those archetypes, like just say like cancel, clear, delete, not in my paradigm anymore. Like hard pass. I'm not into it. I'm not a yes to that. I'm a yes to the expansive, rich, like getting fucking paid artist. Like that's what I'm a yes to. Like nothing about starving artist turns me on. Like it literally gives off dry pussy energy. But like rich artist, rich creative, I'm fucking dripping. It's so hot. Like that's what we want. We want the fucking gusher. Okay. So like anytime you hear someone like going off about the starving artist, like just be like la la la, not in my reality. Not for me. Like that's your first step here and then get in the fucking room. Okay? Get
And
in the room.
also sidebar in your mind, if you're like, but people don't have money right now, and it's a
We're
whatever, like everyone's
fashion.
struggling. I'm sorry, but I
Those
just
are
left Las Vegas, and let me tell you, nobody had a problem paying $48 US for one drink.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nobody had problem. Bottle service was full everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like, recently
Change your
went to
paradigm,
Miami.
change your life.
My God, like there was 800 like YSLs, Louis Vuitton, like people are shopping, people are doing shit. It's just again, it's like when we're looking for something, we'll find it. So
Yes.
if you're looking for evidence that there's no money out there, guess what? You're gonna find it.
Yep.
If you're looking for evidence, like even if you don't, get paid is not your thing, go find this somewhere else. Even though you probably
Mm-hmm.
won't find anything as good as get paid, but if you go find it.
Go
That's
try.
not, you'll be back. But I'm just saying, like, go go and find evidence of people who are making money,
Mm-hmm.
right? What do you love to do? What do you want to do? And go find evidence and start searching for that, because just looks like when you look and you're like, I'm gonna, red car, all of a sudden you start feeling red fucking cars. It
Mm-hmm.
always existed. You were not tapped into the radio station, the frequency of
Mm-hmm.
it.
Yeah.
So go get that evidence, because again,
Mm-hmm.
like
And get in
whether
the
you join us or
rooms.
not, it is your duty. You are being an asshole if you don't go do that work.
100%.
You are robbing the collective, the world, of you, your magic, your mastery, your vibrational signature that only you have. And
Mm-hmm.
no, the market is not oversaturated. If that's another excuse coming up right now, I will fucking 10 out of 10 take you in the ring, and I will beat that thought right out of you, because it is not true, and I'm over it. Okay, I'm already getting like excited
I
and
know, I
spicy
know, I know, I know. But like
about
that's
this
the
event. I'm
power
like,
of like a mastermind, right? Like when you're around people who are like at that level, you start to shift and morph and attune to that new paradigm, which is why it's so important to get in the room. So whether you get paid with us and get in the Club Unhinged vortex, or like Christine said, like you find whatever industry or whatever group it is and like surround yourself with those people, because without the mastermind, like you're going to go back into default settings. So like you got to get in the room some way, shape, or form, um, because it's time to fucking be a rich bitch. Let's fucking go. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. And we'll be back next week. Okay,
okay,
we
we
love
love
you.
you.
Bye. All in all, we want to say thank you for being here. We love and appreciate you so much. And if you liked today, give us a 5-star rating. And we'll see you next week.
And share it. If you know
Share.
somebody who needs this in their life, share this shit.
Yeah.
Abundance goes round and round. We love you.
We love you. Bye.
Bye.